You're watching Crime Watch. Thousands of motorists will take to the roads this Easter. Hundreds of people lose their lives over this period every year. We are now joined by Simon Zwane from the Road Traffic Management Corporation, commonly known as the RTMC. Hello, Simon. Traditionally, especially over the Easter, which are the most busiest routes in South Africa?
Traditionally, it will be the N1 to Limpopo, the N3 to Durban, the N2 in Western Cape to the Eastern Cape, but also in KwaZulu-Natal, the N1 passing through the Free State, and other routes leading to ports of entry, to the border gates, linking us with Zimbabwe, Mozambique, Lesotho, and such places.
Right. What can we expect in terms of policing from the RTMC, National Traffic Police especially?
Oh, you can expect that. We have worked with all other traffic police in the provinces, including the SAPS. You can expect that there will be high visibility. Vehicles will be stopped because it's important that we check the roadworthiness of vehicles, but also check for other crimes. We know people get trafficked in these vehicles, drugs and all of those things. So there may be stops and checks. But really our intention is to facilitate a free flow of traffic and make sure that there are fewer incidents or no accident.
But roadblocks we can expect?
Roadblocks you can expect.
People must be patient.
People must be patient when they come to those. But people must assist by also cooperating with the traffic officers. Those who are driving, have your lights on. It's important to be visible, to be seen by others, but that you also must be able to see other vehicles.
Simon, we know drinking and driving is a major problem in South Africa. People don't seem to be learning that it doesn't pay to drink and drive. What are you going to do to clamp down on that? We are not going to do the hot cross buns test tonight. I think that has been sorted out and explained. Yeah. What are we doing, and what can motorists expect on the roads as far as drinking and driving is concerned?
No, they must expect that those who are driving under the influence of alcohol will be tested. We have the new evidential breath alcohol tester, which we are using, which the minister launched a couple of weeks ago. That will be in use during this period, and people will be tested on that, and evidence that's obtained through that will stand in court.
No secret. Bribery is a problem. You stop a motorist, he pays the bribe or she pays the bribe, the traffic officer or the metro cop takes the bribe. What is your message to both the motorists and law enforcement officials?
We're saying don't dare do that. The last month alone, we've arrested around Gauteng 50 motorists who were bribing traffic officers. We've also arrested about 14 officials at vehicle testing centers who are issuing roadworthy certificates through fraudulent means. So we are on the lookout for those things. We know they happen, and we don't want people to be caught on the wrong side of the law.
We know the ARTO Act, the ARTO law, has not been signed yet by the President. It's a point system together with fines. Do you think it's going to make a difference even when it's implemented?
It will have a deterrent effect when people know that a traffic violation could lead to points, and the accumulation of points could eventually lead to a suspension of your driver's license. We think it will have a deterrent effect on people who are willing to obey the rules of the road.
Lastly, Simon, your message to motorists.
Our message to motorists is that plan your trips, make sure that you drive when visibility is clear, don't speed, don't rush your trips, and avoid driving under the influence of alcohol. Take regular breaks to deal with fatigue.
And arrive alive.
Get there alive.
That's Simon Zwane, spokesperson for the RTMC. Now, we know that the N1 from Johannesburg to Polokwane to Moria in Limpopo is one of the busiest routes, as Simon Zwane has mentioned, especially over Easter. It's a mass exodus from Gauteng and other provinces into Limpopo. We are now joined on the line by the province's Transport and Community Safety MEC, Makoma Makhurupetje. Hello, MEC. You recently launched your Easter road safety campaign. What is your core message?
Indeed, we have launched our provincial road safety campaign, Arrive Alive campaign, last week on Friday. The message that we are giving to our people is, as a province, we'll be receiving more than millions of people. Most of them will be going to different churches, will be going to different gatherings. Some are coming to visit their families. but we'll know that we will be hosting the 2 ZCC churches. But some of the people are now crossing over to African countries through the Beit Bridge, and we anticipate a lot of traffic flow that will be increasing anytime from tomorrow. And we're worried because now the schools are not necessarily closed. Most of the schools will be finishing at 12 tomorrow. Therefore, from 12 o'clock, we're expecting school-going people as well as people will be coming back home. So we request that our road users must exercise maximum patience when they enter our roads. As a province, we have declared Limpopo as a zero tolerance to anyone who do not obey the rules of the road.
Now, sorry, MEC, we know that overload bakkies, overload trucks are often a problem. We know that hundreds, if not thousands, of buses will make their way from the other provinces into Limpopo. Are you ready to handle that mass exodus into your province?
We're working with other provinces like Gauteng, as and when we are bordering Gauteng, we're bordering Mpumalanga and other provinces, so that as and when they enter Limpopo, you are right to say most of the people who are carrying a lot of overloading are people who are crossing the border, which we are worried about. But now we've got a proper plan to deal with them like we did in December. In December, we did have a plan, and when they realized they were dealing with them on our way bridges on the way on the N1, they started using the Moloto Road to Marble Hall and those other areas. Now we've put more plans to deal with some of those areas as well.
Now, have you spoken to the churches, especially MEC, to make sure that the congregants are briefed about road safety, especially when they make their way home on Sunday or Monday, because Tuesday is a working day? Have you spoken to the churches to spread the message of road safety?
We're actually running this road safety campaign in partnership with our churches. When we're doing the launch, the ZCC brass band and their congregations were part of that, including the St. Engenas. They're always part of us, and all other South African Council of Churches. They work with us, and in there, we as well had our major stakeholders. We are Santago. We're part. They've got their own program called Tlokomela. Tomorrow we'll be operating jointly with them. While we'll be checking the other vehicles, they will be helping us to check on the taxis whether all the taxis are complying. As well, we've got an organization called Sanspok. Sanspok is an organization that engaged all the bus operators, both big and small bus operators, falls within that category. So tomorrow we'll be working with both bus operators as well as taxi operators, so that these operations will work with all role players, that we work together, where RTNC will be bringing some of the more than 55 traffic officers to the province. We've got more than 100 traffic officers from Polokwane municipality, because exiting and entering Polokwane is going to be one of our major operations. Now,
MEC, very quickly, you mentioned the Moloto Road. We know that road is notorious. A large chunk of that road falls within Gauteng. Is your department in process talking to national government, talking to the other provinces to make the Moloto Road especially much more safer?
Yes, it is a national responsibility to do that. But for now, for the sake of our people traveling safely, we've got programs between ourselves as Limpopo, jointly with Gauteng and Mpumalanga, to say we must have joint operations so that we're able to have our plans connected, so that we are able to operate the same way. People must know that road safety are the same rules, that you don't overtake on a barrier line, and you know that speed kills. Majority of people that die on our roads, the fatalities are caused by impact when the cars are traveling in a very high speed. And the other thing is fatigue. We know that people tomorrow will be at work in the morning. Those that feel tired, they must rest. They will only travel again on Friday morning. They shouldn't force to come on the road when they feel that they are tired.
Well, MEC for Transport and Community Safety in Limpopo, Makoma Makhurupetje, thank you very much for the update, and thank you for joining us. Can you help find any of these missing individuals? Here is this week's Rogues Gallery. Remember, these wanted criminals may be dangerous and should not be approached. As Vice President of Crime Stoppers International, the global authority on tip-offs, we appeal to you to pass on information, and remember, you can remain anonymous. Thank you for watching Crime Watch. I'm Yusuf Abramji. It's a war, and we are going to win it. Goodbye.